Hello. Hair on the microphone. Anyway, welcome back. We're in a hotel because we don't have water at our house, so
Different scenery.
that's great.
Today.
That's getting fixed. But I really want to get the series out, so we'll push through. Welcome back. This is the second to last video in the Halloween series that I'm doing, so thank you for joining, and let's jump back in. Ooh. This is a very crisp video, honestly. I don't know what happened, but the stars did not align. Going back in time a little bit, going back to Ghostface video to be exactly, the face donor of Poppy came in a 2-pack, and Bella happened to be next to it. Now, this was the junior high series, so the dolls are a bit smaller than regular Rainbow High dolls, and that comes important later. And I thought this would be the perfect doll base for a famous pair in this collector edition. Yes, you were right. Tiffany and Chucky. At the time, I was really happy because I was like, I have the Tiffany doll, and then I had happened to grab a River doll off of Macari for really cheap. That was really good, like naked, everything like that, and I was so happy. I had shoes already for him. It was just waiting for him to show up. However, he was 8 days late, so that was a problem because Tiffany at that time was already pretty much finished, so I was pretty much already locked into this idea of what I was doing, and there wasn't time to do anything else. So I was like, he was 8 days late. That's not a lot of time to do anything. And he finally showed up, and I was an idiot and did not read the description. It was not Junior High River, it was Rainbow High River, which is a full-size doll, not the Rainbow High Junior dolls. I was like, this is not working, and River is one of those. Rainbow High didn't release a lot of boy characters, so I consider them kind of rare, and I didn't really want to chop him up to make him smaller just to fit, so I was at the mercy of the thrift store gods. Yay! So I went and I picked up an Avery, and I believe a Ruby was also in that pack, and I tried to do it a bit smaller. In the bags that they come in, I always try to make sure that they have their hands, or else I usually skip on that. And I was checking, and they had hands, that they had long jacket on. I caught it on camera, but when I was opening it, I realized she had the wrong hands. Yeah, so she had the wrong hands, drastically wrong hands. Looking at the proportions, it was very bad, but I was still on the fence if I wanted to paint hands for it or just get a whole new doll, but I didn't really know. I ended up going back and getting a third doll for this Chucky. So I went back and I bought a complete Skylar Rainbow High Junior doll. This is a bit more expensive, but I do know that the seller is really good and he is really upfront and honest. Actually, I don't know who it is, but I bought from them before and very surprised and very happy with what I got. And they were a bit expensive, but do what you gotta do. With all that being said, started off great. But now we're gonna talk about clothes. I started off with making Tiffany a white lace bodysuit. Then I noticed that it was a bit too sheer, but I thought it would work, so I ended up just trying to make this skirt with it, because with the collectors I really liked Chucky. I think Chucky was like perfect, and I liked Tiffany in the face at least, but the dress and just her outfit was again the problem. So I'm putting her back in her original outfit. Nothing has really changed. I'm just turning classics into Rainbow High versions. Which, honestly, Monster High, calling you out. Ball gown would have been so much simpler. You wouldn't have to have that weird print on it. Fail. Easy fail. So I tried to make a white skirt on that. Did not go well on that. So I ended up fixing the sheerness of the top by just adding some white fabric that I had laying around. Then I added a half circle skirt that I was saving from the Pennywise, taking that apart, so I ended up using that for Tiffany to give her a really big poofy skirt. Not that she has a really big skirt like ball gown wise in all the reference photos, but I thought it would give it a lot more wedding dress design. And then I went over and added another bit of lace over that white bit, so it had the same texture that the lace was giving, along with the opacity. Opacity, sheerness, all the fun stuff. And then for Chucky's outfit, I ended up making a pair of overalls completely, and then just hand painting all the small designs on it. I finished that pair, noticed it, and realized I hated it while it was drying, so I completely restarted and did another pair. Same process, but before I did the assembling of the overalls, I ended up hand embroidering all of the little designs, everything like that. So that's the one that you'll see in the final shots and everything like that. And for the embroidery, I did just go ahead and glue on like a backing for it, so nothing should be coming undone. It does make the overalls a bit stiffer than just like Tiffany's flowy dress, but I was okay with that compromise just to make sure that none of the thread was going to come undone. For his shirt, I kind of cheated a little bit. I swear I looked for like a week to try and find doll-sized Chucky stripes to make the shirt from scratch. I could not find it, and the most reasonable thing I was willing to pay for was Rosetta's striped top. And I was luckily able to find one of those, and I just ended up painting two of the most brightly colored stripes, duller colored, to help aid in that. I believe the pink turned to red, and then the orange turned to green, which is a bit of a weird choice, but you know, I think it works to really tone down it, and I left all the other colors alone. There really wasn't much to say on the face-ups, because there wasn't a lot of interesting things that happened, and they're both pretty basic designs. I just kind of laced off the actual dolls and then kind of copy and pasted. For Chucky's scars, I ended up just going with the Sculptors, how they did it. I might have exaggerated the stitches a little bit more, but overall I tried to copy the face as best I could because I really liked that face. And then Tiffany, I kind of just used her original doll from the movies face and kind of just went off that. For Chucky, I tried a new trick to see if cleaning the face tape would cover the eyes. It did not, but I'm still on the hunt to try and find a way to clean the face without taking all the eyes out, because that sucker hurts still. Now onto the hair. Again, not the best topic for me. Like, I'm not a hair person. I don't take good hair care of myself. I don't know how. Hair is always hard, and it was a struggle on this one too. Don't look at me like that. I have a mini microphone.
I like your mini microphone.
I know, it's mine. I have the talking stick, no shush. As always, in this process, Tiffany was so sweet, so awesome. Already had the hair I had left over from the Wendigo. Definitely check that out. It's definitely very Halloween-y as well. But that's where the hair originally came from, and I still had some lefts over, and I had like the perfect transition to like this weird platinum blonde that she has to this darker root. And I thought that would be a really easy way to achieve that. And I'm running out of time, so we hot glued that sucker on. Same with Chucky. Hot glue for life. Not the ideal, because it does come back to bite me on this, because like always, Chucky has problems. So the hair, it was originally from the Annabelle doll and like a Christmas doll. I had some bright, vibrant red left over. I don't know the name of it. But I can't tell you the Annabelle one was their limited edition like pumpkin, I believe, pumpkin spice. I am not sure, honestly, but it was like a seasonal color name. I didn't really have an idea of how I wanted to do Chucky's hair. I really liked the idea of like a side shaved head, but I didn't think I could achieve it. So I kind of just went and tried to wing it. So what you see on camera is not what happened. It ended up being like the next day it looked horrible and I had no idea if I can save it. So I ripped it off camera and attempted to flock the first time. I think it turned out okay, but definitely with mild success. I think it can definitely be better, but it looks a lot better than it looked like a toupee, like a fake toupee that was just glued onto the side of the head. It was not good, so it had to be removed for the sake of the look. So, sorry, I really didn't think that it turned out as good as it would have, but sorry about that. If you want to know how to flock, you just cut up a bunch of hair into small pieces, lay glue down, and you sprinkle that stuff on like it's glitter, and you keep doing that until it's full. Not a lot, just very time consuming. Now on to the wrap up. I don't have a lot to say about these dolls. They had their ups and downs, like all the other dolls in this line, probably more than all the other dolls in this line, because there were in fact 2 of them, and one went very well, and the other one hit like all the problems, which is a bit weird. So I don't really have any comments other than, you know, fluff you, Chucky, to all the ends. That was horrible. Okay, bye, thanks for watching.